Man, my office is a mess. I have no idea where I'm going to put the stuff that's on my desk right now. It's absolutely wild in here. Hello, welcome. I'm your host, elizibar, and this is the new Comic Book Day stream. So give me just a second to clear my desk off, and then we'll actually get started here. Oh boy. I'm just looking at something here and I'm just shaking my head. Anyway, we're supposed to have a guest speaker in here at some point to talk about his CGC experience. So let me get these books dealt with and then we'll get the party started. How's that work for you guys? Does that work for you guys? It works for me, so I sure hope it works for you. Hold on. I gotta do one more thing before I do that. Let's see, monetization on. I want to turn overlay ads, display ads on. There we go. That ought to work. And chat replay is turned on, right? Yes. All right, cool. Because apparently you can turn that off. Like, I don't know why you would, but you could. Seems weird to me. Seems suspect. Alright, I think we're just about ready to get started here. I did pull the stuff from last week we didn't look at out, so we can take a look at like the previews and comic shop news and all that jazz. So we can check that out in a minute. Hey, special guest. What are you... Zell, come on in. Like, you can pop on in, man. Let me get this stream starting soon. I saw you there in the chat. Come on in, bro. There we go. Booyah. Hello, Mr. Zell of the Quinn.
Hello there. How's it going?
You know, it is a beautiful Wednesday. At least for me it is. I understand that it's not so beautiful for you in the world you live in.
Oh, it is a quite rainy, dreary looking Wednesday, and, you know, not just talking about the weather here.
Yeah, would you say this is like the long, dark tea time of your soul or anything like poetic like that?
If Poetry Master, I would agree with that.
Oh, hey, Jackson Zelda is in the chat. Anyway, if you want to drop like those pictures into some random channel on my server or something, I can open up all the ones on stream that don't involve like bare buttocks, which there's a few of.
Yeah, I can do that.
You know, the only thing about doing my streams this way instead of using like StreamYard or something is there's no easy screen share for me to just like be like, here you go, buddy. So, but we make do. We make do with what we got.
I gotta search through for, you know, the YouTube appropriate.
Oh, YouTube is... Man, okay, so I was doing like a live comic book review one time, alright? and it was for what book was it? It was LaFay #1, I think. And there's this shot where she's getting like up out of bed after just like banging this dude, and like there's nothing explicit in the book, right? But there's like just this little hint of like tiny little bit of pink in the side boob, and the stream was taken down while it was still going, man. That's like how persnickety YouTube is about this stuff.
Of course.
It's a little crazy. It's a little obscene. Oh my gosh. Oh, somehow I did not see the dented prequel in your pictures earlier today. That hurts my soul just looking at that.
Yeah.
Oh, let me flip over to the right monitor here. Okay, now this monk one here. Alright, this very first one. Like, was that already there? Because that looks like that's something that would easily have happened when they were like sending the book to you originally.
And no, all of these, as far as I could tell, when they were sent off, were in pretty great looking shape. I checked through all the corners and everything. That wasn't there initially.
Oh, that hurts. Oh man, I hope the blurred stuff in the background doesn't get me in trouble. Hold on, let me open up like a notepad window or something real quick. We can cover that up. There we go. There we go. Alright, let me flip back over here. There we go. YouTube, see, everything's cool. There's nothing going on here. There's nothing funny happening. We're looking at this dented corner right here, YouTube. You don't need to be worried about anything. Hey, Quake Nerd. Oh, the YouTubes, they're going to be after me, man. They're going to be hunting me down. I'll have to, like, mark this video as being, like, 18 plus and forego my ad revenue. And not that I get any ad revenue, but, you know, if I did. Let's see. Oh, I can't do that while the stream is live? Okay, I guess I'll do that as soon as we're done streaming then. Let's see. Yeah, I actually can't change the rating of the stream. Oh, that's fine. I've done that before where, like, I had a video or something and I've set it to, like, 18 plus, and they don't care once you do that. But until you do that, they care.
Oh, I'm sure.
Oh, man, that dent hurts so much. Man. All you're doing is making me not want to use CGC. Like, I look at this and I'm like, I don't want these sons of guns touching my books.
Yeah, no, oh, it was so depressing. I mean, I knew the grades and I saw the graders' notes, you know, before they arrived, but seeing it in person, and especially too that, you know, they had said, oh, you know, these can get sent off to CCS pressing, although we don't guarantee it'll improve the book or, you know, fix it or get a better grade. But I feel like I've had better luck putting a towel on top of stuff and running an iron over it than whatever they must have done.
I mean, I saw an actual comic book publisher. That's what he did. He was just like, hey, I have an iron. I've got like a piece of cloth or whatever. And just go, shh, oh look, my book is brand new and I can sell it for full price to a customer.
Yep.
Oh, I'm looking at poor marketing guy's cover here. Look at that. That's disgusting what they did to it there. Granted, the cover was already kind of disgusting, but you know that level of dog earing is just kind of like, come on, guys. I get books for free at Graham Crackers out of the 50-cent bin that have, well, I guess it's a 75-cent bin now, but these are books that haven't been in a bag in years, and they look better than this.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Here, let me pull that up. Let me pull that up, because that's the stuff on top of my stack here. Hold on. Like, look at this. This is Justice League number 43, whatever this is. Like, it's in almost immaculate shape. This book has not been in a bag and a board for who knows how freaking long. The only dent in it is like in the upper right corner on the, or the upper left corner on the spine. Like, and that's like a normal ding that just happens when you're shipping stuff out. And it's in better shape than this stuff that was handled professionally by professionals who are insured and bonded against doing this.
Yeah. It's so upsetting. Especially too, just saying like, oh, well, we can send it through pressing and all this, and now I think I'm just gonna have to, write them another email and be like, yeah, this definitely wasn't pressed.
I don't know that pressing would fix this anyway. Not with the particular, like, all these books have that heavy cardstock, man. Once you crease that, it's not coming out. It's not like paper. Like, I could totally take, like, if I took one of those comic books over here, that Justice League I was just showing off on the camera, and I, like, folded it and I did a non-color breaking crease, it'd be real easy to smooth that back out. That paper stock will just flow. But this is cardboard, man. Once those fibers break, they're not going back. And those fibers are broken with this kind of indentation. I'd have to look at it, like, personally, like, up close to know for sure, but that's not...
That one definitely. That one is a definitely heavier cardstock. But the Monk one is just regular. It's not the heavy cardstock to it.
That's right. Those the Monk ones, they're just on like glossy paper, right? Like magazine paper, yeah. Which I'm showing that one again. I closed the so-called lap dance cover. And we still got the block up, so we're not showing any like naked booty on stream anymore. So we got that going for us. Yeah, that might have pressed out. So, did you pay for pressing and then they just didn't do it?
I asked for them to press it. As far as I could see on, the status update, it said it was sent to CCS. But then looking through the actual bill, I honestly don't know if I was charged for it. And I'm kind of okay with that if they goofed it up. Still, if it did go through pressing, kind of annoyed about it anyway.
If this went through pressing, I'm looking at that. Might be a severe enough ding. It might not have smoothed back out. Like, that's a total color breaking fold up, like that, right there.
How's it color breaking? It's on a white cover.
I know, but if there had been color there, there would have been a white line right at the base of that crease. In fact, there's probably be two of them. There'd be one there, and there'd be one right on the corner where it got dimpled in. Elizibar denying us the booty. What is the world coming to? Hey man, I don't want to get kicked off of YouTube. I've had them do that before for a live comic book review that wasn't showing anything explicit, and they booted me off anyway, right in the middle. I had to go back and re-record. I was talking for like 20 minutes after they ended my stream. Jerks. YouTube is just so weird. Like, I don't understand it. You can find, like, hardcore stuff on YouTube if you go searching for it. And it's just there, and it's not even hard to find. But me? Oh, look. A little one pink pixel. Uh-huh.
Hey, they know who to watch for, I guess.
I believe it. All right, let's look at this, the next one here. Let's see. So after the Monk one, we got, this is the metal cover, huh?
Oh, yes. That metal cover.
This actually looks kind of cool in this particular shot. Like, it's, like, reaching out and it's, like, pushing into the plastic and trying to escape or something. It's like something out of a horror movie. The book's, like, coming to life and it's scratching the inside of the plastic to get free.
I gotta say, this was an interesting one, just on the case itself. Now, as someone this is like my first foray into CGC, this is a really thicker case than the other comics that I've gotten. So that was kind of surprising to see.
It's not obvious from the pictures that that's true. Can you, like, tell us how much thicker? Like, is it twice as thick? I don't. For reference, I don't own a graded comic, so I have no idea how thick these cases are.
Oh yeah, I wonder if I can get a good shot of this to show you. Yeah, it's I don't know. I'd say about a third thicker.
A third thicker. So what's like the default like size? Like a quarter inch, half inch thick? Like.
I'd probably say just about a half-inch thick.
Okay. Wow. So that is like considerably thicker. Like if you were going to put that in a box, that would be noticeable.
Oh yeah, it definitely is. As soon as I picked it up, could definitely tell that it was different.
Oh my God! Did you show this? Did Brian see this part right here? Trent Luther story.
Oh.
Oh!
Yeah. On the robots covers. Yeah, they have left Brian's name out.
And it's his signature right there.
Oh yeah, so signed by Brian Ball.
Oh man, that is so traditional. Oh, hold on, let's see. March Hare got a metal cover from Polito, and UPS destroyed it. Did you talk to Brian Polito about that? Like, I know he just got somebody else like agreed to send them a replacement book. Although that went straight to CGC, I think. So maybe that doesn't apply here, but you might have should have talked to him about that, my dude. Metal covers are getting destroyed everywhere. Is there like some kind of hatred for metal covers?
Yeah, I don't know. I know I had seen a couple others that had gotten destroyed recently, and I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, that other one was right in the Rags Discord. I remember seeing it like when I woke up this morning, or maybe not right when I woke up, but like when I got to work and I was looking at messages on my phone.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, I don't see it in the general chat. It must have been in like the tier 1 chat, in which case I really can't talk about it because that's super ultra omega top secret.
Oh yeah, super secret stuff.
There's nothing secret at all, but you know, whatever. Brian would get mad at me, so.
Yeah, so in the general here in your Discord, I've posted a comparison for how much thicker.
Let me click back over there.
So
hey, that is a great picture. Let me put that over here.
The top one is regular robots, and the bottom one is the metal robots.
I'm like holding my finger up to the screen and measuring. I'd say it's like 50% thicker.
Yeah, so it was, I don't know, a bigger piece of plastic. I mean, it's got to be cooler.
Absolutely. Man, when I used to teach, I would drive my poor engineering students crazy because they'd be out there with like vernier calipers measuring down to like tenths of a millimeter for what they were doing. And then I'd walk over to like the setup that they're working on and I just hold my finger up to it. It's like, yeah, that's about right. And they'd just all look horrified. They'd be like, is this guy serious? Is he really a physicist? It's like, yeah, I'm not an engineer. I don't really care what the exact number is. It looks about right. We're good.
I knew a guy like that when I was doing classes, because I was on a whole robotics team. We had one of the mentors there helping us out, and he just used his hand. He's like, yeah, no, the length of my finger is about this, so I just kind of measure everything like right around there. And I always have my finger on me, so I can always measure things.
Yeah, I know what the length of one particular span on my index finger between two of my knuckles is, and I know what my hand span is. So between those two things, I can measure most stuff that we do in the laboratory.
Yeah. Hey, come on. See? Perfect. Easy.
But at the same time, I'm also not the one taking measurements. Like, they're like, hey, we're getting this result. Is this, like, normal? And I'd go over there and I'd be like, let's see, okay, so you're about, like, 2 centimeters away. And, okay, yeah, your numbers are reasonable. Or sometimes it was, yeah, your apparatus is broken. Let's get you a new one. Oh, that happened more times than I'd like to admit with some of those pieces of equipment. Because there was, like, the one where you measure, how magnetic fields bend like electrical currents. You know, so you
Yep.
shoot like an electron gun into a magnetic field, and you do it through a tube that's evacuated and then filled with neon or whatever, so it glows and you can see it. And none of those like evacuated tubes that were sealed and filled with neon or whatever the gas was, like none of them were actually sealed very well.
Oh.
So, you know, 30 years after they were manufactured, there's enough contamination in there that the beams are fuzzy, and it's like, yeah, just kind of do your best guess there, guys. And if you can't get a good answer, I'll get you another bulb out of the supply room.
Well, come on, that's the tough part with all that stuff anyway. It's like, oh, in a frictionless, airless environment, how does this move? And it's like, oh, okay, when will that happen here? Come on.
I mean, that happens about as often as you get a spherical chicken, so... Oh, hold on, let's see. March Hare, that's how my ma used to measure for recipes, the lines on her hands. Oh, yeah. My mom, when she cooks, the only time she actually uses like a measuring cup is like baking, because baking is a much more precise science than everything else in cooking. If she's just like doing something on the stove, it's just like, yep, let's see, palm of my hand, yep, about like that. Or she'll just pour something and she'll just kind of like, yeah, that's probably about right. Drives me crazy because I'm the opposite. I'm like, all right, let me carefully measure every ingredient going into this. Oh man.
No, I cook like that. I have like measuring cups and stuff, and it'll be like, oh wait, the full cup is dirty. Let me just use, or no, other way around. It's like, oh, the half cup's dirty. Yeah, let me use the full cup. Yeah, that looks like half of it. Sure, good enough.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't mind using like the wrong measuring cup as long as I know how to convert the units. And most Imperial units are binary, so they're pretty easy. It's just some of the early ones aren't. Like, it's what, 3 teaspoons to a tablespoon and stuff like that. It's kind of weird. But after that, It's just like, you multiply by 2.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm looking at this poor prequel cover.
Oh, I know.
They didn't press this. That would have pressed right out. Out of all of the things that you have shown me, this one would have pressed out. This is not color breaking. I could fix this probably.
Yeah.
Which means you probably can fix this because you actually know what you're doing, as opposed to having me, like me, I've seen it done on YouTube. I've never actually attempted it, but I'm pretty sure I could fix this.
Oh, and even let's compare back, because in the elizibar channel is a picture of it when they received that book in. And I believe that looks
yeah. Let me find that real quick. Yeah, there it is. Oh my gosh. You ain't kidding, son. They didn't do anything to this. It is the exact same damage. Let me see if I can arrange these windows so that we can look at them side by side. This isn't the best, but yeah. That looks exactly the same.
Yeah, there's no way that after pressing it, it would have looked exactly the same as that.
They lied to you that they sent this in for pressing. They straight up lied to you. Or they sent it in and the guy in charge was like, I can't fix any of this, and just sent it all right back. I guess that's a possibility and would explain why they didn't charge you. But this looks like they didn't even try.
No, not all.
Man, you went full robot mode there, so whatever you said in the last like 5 seconds, nobody heard.
Oh, I was just agreeing with you there. Yeah, they look exactly the same.
Yes, March Hare, this is CGC. That's why this is a comic book horror story for the name of my stream, because this is abominable. This isn't good service. Like, in indie industry, if your customer sends you stuff and you destroy it, and you have insurance, which they do, you just pay it out. It's not hard. You just go, oops, we destroyed $1,000 worth of stuff. Here's your $1,000, and please don't get mad at us.
Yep, that's what I think you should do, but, you know, guess not for CGC.
This whole expansion into other industries and getting bought by BlackRock and all that stuff, it has really just absolutely wrecked whatever CGC had going on, man. Like, I would not send a book in for the life of me at this point. Like, even if I wanted to, even if I was like, oh man, I'm going to start getting into graded books, I wouldn't do it.
Yeah, no, I still have a couple books there that what has it been? It's been over 2 months that it's sitting around saying, oh, you know, scheduled to get graded. And once those come back, I think I'm pretty much done. First dip into CGC, and I'm already disliking it.
Yeah, I don't blame you, man. Like, I wouldn't do this. CBCS cannot be as bad as this. PGX cannot be as bad as this. And I will tell you, you know, the elizibar grading service is definitely not this bad.
I know, I'm thinking I might have to start sending them to that one.
Yeah.
Pretty reliable.
If you don't mind international shipping, there's also the Drop Bear grading service, too.
Oh, yes. Drop Bear. I'm sure he would love to hold on to more rags.
Yes, yes, he would. But you know, at the elizibar grading service, they store these things in their secure underground facility. So you can be sure that they're very secure. Like, even in the event of a tornado, they're underground, man.
So secure they'll never come out again.
Yep. The only way to get them back out is to show up in person with, like, a writ from a court.
That sounds like tight security you've got there.
It's very tight security, and the best part is all books come back as tins. They never leave, but they're tins. So...
Ooh. That is good. Now, that is what you call service.
We definitely are like the value leader in grading. Oh, seeing stuff like this makes me think that I couldn't do any worse. Like, I could sit down with, like, a manual and use that and grade stuff according to the manual. Because I'm sure there's, like, grading standards out there that I can just look at. Because I'm pretty sure, like, Morikyopa has shown, like, some of CGC's guidelines before on stream, like, from a web page. Like, I could just follow that and grade the dang books and come up with better results than what these dudes are doing. And do it quicker, too. I guarantee you, if you sent me 1,000 books, they would not sit in my basement for 6 months before I graded them. I'd be like, I gotta get these things out of here. They're taking up a bunch of room in my basement. Let me start grading. And I just do it.
Oh, yeah.
Now, I understand, like, CGC supposedly, like, sends their books off to, like, a committee of graders or something. That seems ridiculous.
Yeah, I think I was reading that or I had heard from people that, yeah, they send it to a number of different people, and everybody's got to come back with the same grade for it to actually be there, so that, you know, I guess I want to compare to, like, the Olympics. When they're scoring people, they kind of drop off the highest and low to make sure that they're actually getting, you know, the correct score. And I assume CGC does something similar in that sense.
Supposedly. Oh, apparently Overstreet has a grading guide. Okay, I could buy that. That's kind of funny, though, because Overstreet is just, isn't that stuff just published directly by Diamond? Like, don't they publish, like, the Overstreet price guide and stuff?
Oh, that I don't know. But I'm sure, I can't imagine that the rubric for grading stuff is all too complex.
No, man, you go through, you got a checklist. Are there spine ticks on the cover? Yes, no. Like, you should probably just start at, like, I don't know, the worst things possible and work your way down to, like, nitpicky stuff. Like, is the cover ripped into shreds? No! Great, we're at least a 4 now. It's just like grading tests, man. Lord knows I graded enough of those things back in the day.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
I can't tear my eyes away from this stupid picture, dude. This hurts.
Oh yeah, I'm glad to confirm this because I was thinking about sending them an email, but now I'm pretty sure I'll take both pictures and say, hey, you know, said this went through pressing. There's no way that this was actually pressed if it looks exactly the same.
It looks exactly the same. The lighting effect is reversed between your two pictures here, but once you realize that, it all makes sense. Like this one on the left, the way the light's coming in, that flange that bends downward is reflecting, and over on the right picture, it's at the opposite angle, so it's in shadow. But it's the same like size, the same orientation. So they did not press this. They did not do jack to this thing. Maybe, like, I'm looking here at the picture on the left, the pre-grading one, and it looks like there's maybe a little more crushing going on the edge, or that might just be the board.
Yeah, I think that's the board in that shot.
Yeah, I can't really tell. It gets kind of fuzzy with the way the board's blending into the edge of the book here. So it might be a little bit tiny more crushed on the exact corner, but your other picture's kind of fuzzy on the corner, so hard to tell. But like, I would say I'm 99% sure. I got like 3 sigma confidence that they didn't do anything to this book.
Yeah. Now granted, now I'm looking at the back side of it, and there is a color breaking bend in it. So I mean, that's definitely not pressing out, but you know, in front of it here looks like nothing happened.
Man, I'm just gonna crack open some of these other pictures from last time you were talking about this stuff, because it just hurts, dude. Like, I don't understand who in the universe would crush a box and then just not fess up to it. Like, it happens.
Yeah.
Like, stuff like this happens. Damage happens. This is what you have insurance for, and I guarantee you they have insurance for things like this.
Oh, of course.
It's their freaking business. Man, it's amazing some of these books survived. Look at this. This was like the last one that you had posted a couple weeks ago, and it just looks like they were just going to feed this thing to a chipper shredder. How this survived like that well, I have no idea. You got lucky, man. Man, now you got me super paranoid that the book I just sent out is going to get just destroyed by the mail.
Yeah.
Thank goodness I got it insured when I shipped it. It was $3, and if it gets destroyed, that's $200. I can give that to Brian, and he'll print out a new copy of that thing and send it to the guy.
There you go. That's how to do it.
Oh, yeah, it's that Rags #1 limb cover that we just auctioned off.
Oh, yep.
I also packed a couple other books in there which I can't replace, just because I don't have more copies of them. But I was like, you know what? I'm sending this guy some stuff. I'm going to send him some El Crudo while I'm at it.
Yeah, that is a good cover too. And that I have the Virgin Tim Lim.
I thought I had 2 of those, but I guess I don't.
Yeah, that one too I also have signed by Brian. But that one luckily came back all fine. That is a 9.8, so I'm pleased with that.
That is pretty good. I've got the Tim Lim cover signed by Tim Lim.
Oh, that is cool.
Yeah, I got that when I was at Bell County Comic Con. Let me, where do I even... Oh my gosh, I have no idea where that book is, actually. I'm like suddenly looking around my office like, where did I put that? No, those are George Alexopoulos' books. Oh, that's Soul Finder. Yeah, I picked up Mary Sue #1 and that, what was it? The Bad Dreams or whatever, #1. Yeah, Bad Dreams. I picked up just one of each because I kind of thought I was not going to have any money, so I'm like, well, I'm going to get these because I'm here, but I can't buy the whole set like I wanted to. Of course, now I know I have money, so I didn't even need to sell that Rag's book, but it is what it is. Oh, hey, here it is. Woohoo, found it. Let me get it out of the Mylar that it's in. Oh yeah, everybody be jealous. Tim was like super excited when he saw that. He was like, oh my gosh, I gotta sign that. I think he would have signed it even if I hadn't asked him to. Because he just kind of ripped it out of my hands.
Oh, that is great. It's great seeing a creator just that excited.
Oh, he was super jazzed. Then he gave me a sticker. And he was like, take more stuff. He was going to like give me all kinds of stuff. And I had to politely tell him, I didn't come here for all this stuff, man. I just came for this signature. And he was like, hey, do you want a water bottle? He tricked me so bad, dude. He's like, hey, man, how about a water bottle? I'm like, I'm really hot. Because it's Texas.
It's Texas, yeah.
And I've been walking around all day, and I hadn't really slept. So I'm like hot, I'm tired, I'm thirsty. He's like, you want a water bottle? I'm like, yeah, water bottle sounds great. I could use that, a little thirst quench. No, he meant a water bottle.
Yeah.
So,
logo theme, whatever to it.
Yeah, so I got this Black Hops water bottle.
Oh, that is awesome.
Yeah, it's super cool. Unfortunately, the way it's made, this stuff is just like a decal or something that's applied. So it was in my backpack and it actually got scooched up and I had to fix it.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so I'm thinking about getting like some polyurethane or something and sealing the whole thing. But I haven't done that yet. It's just been sitting on my desk being cute ever since I got it. It's a cool looking little bottle though.
It definitely is. Yeah, I know. I really wanted to go. I saw some of those soda mugs that they had with.
Oh yeah.
Oh, there was so much stuff that I really wanted to get there.
I walked right by the stand that was selling that, man. I think Tim said they sold like 5,000 of those sons of guns.
Yeah.
That's a lot of root beer, man, because those things, I think they were like a 2 liter or something size. No, maybe a 1 liter. No, it was more than 1 liter, but it was less than 2 liters, like 48 ounces or something. Like absolutely a colossal amount of soda.
Oh, they hold a lot. I had been up at a convention, PAX East, actually right, back in early 2020. And they had the same not the same company, but similar, idea. A fancy soda company comes, they sell those mugs. Yeah, and I had gotten one of those and I filled it up, like all the way up, because I'm like, oh, I have a cup. I'm gonna fill up this cup. And I'm drinking it throughout the day, and I'm like, there is so much soda in here. It is insane how much those hold.
Yeah, and their little drink truck, man, they had all kinds of stuff. I think they had root beer, like tea, like... I very seriously thought about getting that, and then I'm like, I don't need that much sugar in my life, because I would have got, like, the regular root beer, and then I would have been, like, diabetic, and I would have died at the show, and then that would have been very dramatic. Doug Ernst would probably have eulogized me, on the spot, so... He was a pretty cool guy. They were all pretty cool guys.
Yeah.
I regret not getting to spend more time talking with Alejandro. I talked to him for like 15 seconds. That was like, please don't finish packing up. I will be right back as soon as I find money. Then I couldn't find money. So I just came back and used my credit card. Well, because I went down there with my mom. Get out of the house, whatever, go have some fun. So I took her down there, or we went together, however you want to phrase that, which is great for driving, because, it's like an 18-hour trek, so we could at least, like, nap a little bit, switching off. Anyway, so she had the money in her purse, because I didn't want to carry a bunch of cash in my wallet, and so I went looking for her, and I couldn't find her, and it was like, you take credit cards? Yeah, man, I got this, like, Square thing. I'm like, boosh, credit card! And I got Long Harbor from him. That was a pretty good read. Have you read Long Harbor?
No, I haven't. I've seen a bunch of people talking about it recently, though.
Oh, dude, let me Let me see if I can find that. Where the heck did I put my copy of Long Harbor after I read it? Oh god, my desk... My office is just a nightmare. I have not, like, straightened it up in months, and I regret it. Like, very deeply, like, down in my soul. There are regrets.
Yeah. Yeah, it seemed that was another Kickstarter one that people have been starting to get.
Yeah, it was super late, too. I think it's like 2 years late coming out.
Oh, dang.
It's at least 1 year late. Maybe not. Maybe two's an exaggeration. I didn't actually expect it to ever come out. Because isn't, like, the other person involved in the book, like, wasn't he, like, in Venezuela or something? Like, I was pretty sure we would never see Long Harbor.
Yeah, I don't know. I hadn't followed it, but I do feel like I heard people mentioning that there was someone who'd, some Kickstarter person for comics had been in Venezuela and there were issues. But I couldn't say for sure if it was the same.
Yeah, I thought it was that. Maybe I'm wrong. There are so many campaigns, and I will freely admit that I, as a mere human being, cannot possibly keep up with it, and I cannot find Long Harbor. I have looked... Wait. Is that it? There it is. Literally the last place I was going to look. So, it's a beautiful looking book. This art is... I don't know how to put it, man. It's just, like, striking. Like, every panel is just interesting to look at, even when nothing's going on. And half the time, there is something going on, like, oh, look, let's just make out with the random, like, fish woman. Like, why would you do this? What is wrong with you? Okay, maybe I'd probably do that, too, if I got ensorcelled like this guy is. But still, fish woman, come to me, Bob. Come to me. Everything in this book just looks great, though. Here, this is probably like the grossest panel of the book whenever YouTube decides to show it to you. It's like gutted out whatever carcass. And it looks like... the rubbery bits look rubbery. I don't know how you do that in art when you're coloring stuff. But it looks rubbery on the page.
Oh, man. Yeah, and let's see. Admiral March is saying, yeah, it was really late.
It was really late? Yeah. I thought it was. I haven't actually went to look up the campaign. I was going to do that when I was doing my review, and then I decided, you know what, I'm not going to bring this review down with, boy, this book was like a year late.
Yeah,
you either know and care that it was a year late, or you don't care, so who cares?
Yeah, and I do see what you mean with the rubbery look. That is really well done.
I don't know how you accomplish that as an artist, but they did, and it's fantastic. And I highly recommend giving that a read at some point if you can find a copy. And you can probably find a copy. They're probably going to sell it to you off like the Iconic Comics web store.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was a really convenient table, man. I got there, and there's Doug Ernst, Tim, Mark Pellegrini, George Alexopoulos, Alejandro, Matt Weldon, Bill Williams. Like, they're just all sitting in this little block.
I'm so jealous. I would have loved to go.
Whew. That was a heck of a day, though. I never want to do that again.
Oh, those are my favorite days. Those are so much fun, going to conventions and tons of people and everything going on. I live for that stuff.
Yeah, standing, an hour and a half in Texas heat to get into the place wasn't very fun. Because there was so much confusion about how to get into the dang place, too. Like, it wasn't like normal, like, okay, if you've already got your tickets, go over here to the left. Hey, if you still need to buy tickets, go to the right. No, it was like there was a line that wrapped completely around the convention center. Yep. And then it turns out that was the wrong line.
Yep.
And the only way you would know this is if you had been at the exact middle of the front of the building where there's a sign. And that was the only indication that you're supposed to go in one way or another. But apparently the second line, which is the one we were in, or the one we got into, should have been like two separate lines. But it wasn't. because somebody screwed up.
Yeah, I've been to a convention before where they had quote unquote 2 lines, but the 2 lines were essentially, once you got in the doors, right to the desk to either pick up your pre-registration ticket or to buy a ticket for the day. But once you got out those doors, 5 feet, both lines merged into one, so it really didn't even matter in the end what you needed to do.
I believe it. I believe it. So, Zelquin, you are welcome to hang out with me here, but I'm going to try to run through my books that I got today real quick, because I noticed just now we're up to like 45 minutes of me and you BSing.
Yeah, here, I'll leave you to it then.
Alright, thank you so much for popping in here. I appreciate it.
Yeah, glad to come in and chit-chat and rant about CGC.
I still can't believe how dirty they did you, man. That, like, hurts.
Yeah, it definitely loses my confidence in them, so we'll see where it goes from here.
Mm-hmm. Alright. You got anything you want to, like, plug, like your SoundCloud or anything before you go?
No, I just want to... No, I got nothing. I was trying to think of a joke, but it's not coming to me.
Alright.
Good. Thanks for having me.
Alright, thank you for coming, man. Ciao.
Yep, bye.
Alright, that means the rest of you are just stuck with me. You no longer have his charming voice to keep you company. So the free stuff I got at Graham Crackers, because when you go to Graham Cracker Comics, you get 3 free books out of the 75-cent bin. And I just continued grabbing some Justice League stuff. I guess I'm going to, like, finish this run off at some point. But, like, these covers caught my eye. Like, this dude's face is like, what am I looking at? I love this guy's hat over here. Like, what is with that? What is he, like a colander man or something? I don't know. And I really like this cover because of their faces. I thought this was pretty good. Like, they look great. Also, Blue Beetle back there is funny. So that was the free stuff I got today. Now, the stuff I actually paid for, we got Geiger number 6. Naturally. Naturally, we have Geiger. Oh, Geigen! Which I hadn't opened until now, and apparently we're just cracking this open to look at history here. Not really sure what's going on. I guess it doesn't matter too much. But from the last issue, like, we are about to have some absolutely crazy stuff start happening in this book, because they were like waking up like a killer death robot, and that's pretty cool. Everybody has to like a killer death robot. I don't want to flip through more of this because I don't want to spoil it for myself. First couple pages, kind of safe. You get to look at that cool looking Gary Frank art here. Like, there's some nice looking stuff on these pages. Definitely enjoying the glowing man. Look, you can tell like the robots here because we've got like a robotic camera eye looking at him. Definitely liking that. Definitely liking that. And hey, I know it's like 48 minutes into this thing. If you're hanging out there, feel free to go ahead and just like slap down that like button. I probably should have asked like, oh, I don't know, 35 minutes ago. We got Tarna, the Cosmic Gardener, by some people. One shot, apparently. The art should be pretty good. I am not even going to try to pronounce his last name, because I have no idea how to pronounce his last name. But, he's got some pretty... Wow, I can't show that page. Hey, I can show this page. Of course, there's a page like this in any Tarna book, seems like. Like, it's required. Like, she has to be riding the bird. And she has to have the sword raised. And it always looks cool. Who can deny that it looks cool? Nobody can. The art looks pretty cool, though. I definitely like the style. It's a little rough and a little gritty. Oh, these are a couple cool looking pages. I think I'm going to like looking at this book even if I don't care about the plot line. That's my opinion. We'll see what happens when I actually sit down to read it. Of course, I got like a million books I got to review before I can get to this. That's a little problem, you know? You were slacking. Hey, you don't need to apologize for nothing, man. Wait. You don't need to apologize for nothing. So the contrapositive would be you do need to apologize for something. Which isn't true. Just forget I said any of that, man. You're cool. I can't believe Inkblot 12's coming out. I feel like I just read Inkblot 11 not that long ago. It's a weird book, and I don't really understand like what's going on with the way we're jumping around in time. But there's a little cat being wacky, and the historian lady like freaking out about the cat because it's probably like magical destructive powers off the scale or whatever. Like, it's pretty fun. And it's a very wholesome story so far. Like, this is what like comic books feel like they're supposed to be, man. You just have some intriguing premise, some cool stuff going on. We're not worthy. Some cool stuff going on, and you know, things and stuff, and some okay looking art. Like, this art's maybe not like the most amazing art that you've ever seen in a comic book, but it's expressive. It's pretty easy on the eyes. It's funny. And when it wants to be like, give you like a cool look of something, you know, and be serious and explore things, it can do that. So this art is like fired on all cylinders. The writing in most of these issues has been very enjoyable, and I don't know why we have an explosion on this page. I'm sure I'll find out, but we've got an explosion, and oh, it must be the sisters fighting. She must be here where the sisters are fighting, because her sisters are trying to kill each other, because they're all queens on a planet, and they all hate each other. Makes sense. Family hates each other. That's pretty much like every family I've ever observed. See, March Hare says, I picked up Junji Ito's newest book, Rise of the Midnight Suns. Oh, his newest book, Rise of the Midnight Suns Trade, and a handful of dollar books. Yeah. I still got some Ito books I need to read. I mean, I've read Uzumaki before, but it's sitting right up here on my shelf because I haven't read this one yet. This beautiful hardback. I think I've had it for like 2 years now, and it's just lived on this shelf. And I gotta fix that one of these days. It's on the list to read. I've also got up here this beautiful Modesty Blaze book, which I don't know how that corner got crinked. Yeah, whatever. I think I got this for like $5 off or something anyway. But Modesty Blaze is like absolutely beautiful to look at. The art in here is just gorgeous. I could stare at it all day, man. It's amazing. Cartoonists used to crank that stuff out like every day, like clockwork. And see, the other book I bought today, Sweet Paprika, number 2. I'm going to open this off camera just in case, you know. I love Mirka's art, by the way. We're just going to like leave it here. I don't want to flip through it and spoil whatever's happening, but Mirka's art is always great. I would have got into like that Red Sonja series, except she's writing it, not drawing it. And I'm like, I don't know that her writing is always that good, man. Like, blanking on the name. The, Deep Beyond. Like, the writing there, I don't know, man. I'm not sure if Deep Beyond is actually any good or not. Now, the cool thing about all this, we're going to get this out of here, is, and I don't even think I can, like, get this whole thing in up here with these cables the way they are. Let me reroute these here. My shop man was like, yo, I thought you might like this. So I think he just gave me, like, one of the promo posters for Berserker. Like, this thing is gigantic. This thing's as big as my window. That's right over here behind the camera, like. But it's really cool at the same time. So he just, like, threw this in there, and I was like, yeah, I'll take it. What are you supposed to say when a dude's like, hey, would you like a gigantic poster? Yeah. Yeah, I'll take a gigantic poster. I can't even, like, hold it up for you, man. It just, like, pulled the little box that my headset connects to off the computer and all that crud. Oh, but it's gigantic, and it's pretty cool looking. I definitely appreciate it. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but I definitely appreciate the thing. Hold on, I'll look at chat in a second. I got rebellious cables again. There we go. On the new Ito book you picked up, there's artwork inside the dust cover. Weird, but cool. Yeah, that is pretty cool. And, you know, I was going to flip through, like, the Marvel free previews and mock some stuff. But after all that sadness from what was going on with those books from CGC, like, it ain't working for me. Iron Man plus Akira. I don't know if that's a winning combination. Your old LCS saved all the evil Ernie posters for you. That's pretty cool. Okay, that actually looks like something I wouldn't mind buying. Like, how can you go wrong with Wolverine fighting Omega Red? I'm sure you can. I'm sure, like, somebody will find a way to mess that up, but that's pretty cool. Oh yeah, didn't Magneto supposedly kill somebody in, like, the Hellfire Gala thing in some side book? Who cares? This dude should have been on trial, like, 70 years ago for mass murder. Like, issue 1, where he shows up. Like, yep, you're going to jail, Magneto. You've killed 1 million people. Oh, in the omnibus section. Hold on, let me see if I can find that. A bunch of Star Wars stuff. Marvel action. Actually, this is probably, if Marvel was smart, they'd push this stuff, man. Take your old stories and have them redrawn in a more kid-friendly style. Like, you could redo, like, all the Stan Lee Spider-Man stuff. Oh, all that Stan Lee Spider-Man stuff with new art. And it'd probably sell like hotcakes. Pretty dope covers. Moon Knight's not my favorite jam, but those are some pretty dope covers. I gotta give them that. Oh, that Vader is awesome looking. Oh, man, these Masterwork editions. I wish I had them all, but there's no way on earth I can afford that. I ain't that rich, yo. I ain't that rich. Ha! So we start the Deadpool collection with somebody else's book that he just happens to be in. Okay. Hey, that's pretty cool. Ninja Weasel will probably like that. Who? Who dis? Nobody even remembers who this guy is. Oh, I dig that. Yeah, okay. Hey, that's wait, they're rebooting Venom to #1 again? Why? Just because Donny Cates quit writing it doesn't mean you gotta reboot. Oh, hey! I didn't even look at this comic shop news yet. Let me look. I'll look at the chat in a second, but it's kind of cool seeing House of Slaughter show up. So you're gonna get the Weapon X trade. New writers doesn't mean jack. That just because it's new writers does not mean that you need to renumber it from #1. Like, that's stupid. That's how we got into this mess. Queen of the Black Coast, yeah, Ninja Weasel. I knew you were out there lurking, my dude. Like, comic books is a mess because everybody's like, oh, I have to start a new #1 for my run. No, you don't. You pick up as Venom number 239, and you go from there, bro. These dudes are killing me. Alright, I've been going for like an hour. I am gonna bounce. I'm definitely gonna agree with you. It's what they do. I know, man. I know. I know it's what they do. I'm gonna bounce. It's been a great chat. I loved having Zell here to show his stuff off, even though it meant we didn't get to spend as much time looking at my books as we probably would have otherwise done. But that's okay. I thought it was a much more interesting discussion than just looking at some four moldy brand new books. I'm definitely going to be over on Twitch here in a minute, because I'm told that we're not supposed to stream on Twitch today, so I absolutely have to go stream on Twitch today. And if you're a contrarian like me, you're probably going to want to go watch somebody on Twitch. So in that case, you should come watch me. In any case, you all take care of yourselves. You have a great one out there. And I sure hope to see you again next time. I don't know what I was about to say there, but I hesitated in the middle of it, so whatevs. I'm out, man. I am out like a route. See ya.